Alright, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Five Nights at Freddy's Iceberg. If everything goes to plan, this should be the final episode, I hope, of this. We have gone through quite a bit. We've made it through all of these sections, and now we just have these final four to do. We've got Withered Bonnie here, the open box, Hanging Mangle, and Freddy without his head on, I think. So anyway, yeah, without further ado, since this will probably be a bit of a long episode, let's get right to it. Browboy was originally going to be a generic enemy. Okay, so easy start. That's just a fact. If you guys don't know, Browboy from FNaF World was actually supposed to be a regular enemy, but he ended up being a specific one for one reason or another. There's not really any confirmed reason as to why that is. Gravity Falls coincidence. Ooh, okay, so this one's interesting. There's an episode of Gravity Falls, I forget exactly which one it is. I'm a big fan of Gravity Falls, by the way, where this animatronic goes haywire and tries to hunt them down. I think they specifically try to hunt Seuss down. I'll put an image of the episode up if I can find it. But yeah, I don't know why that's this far down. That's interesting. Glass pressure trigger. I am not sure what that's talking about. My bad. FNaF glass pressure trigger. Oh! Okay. So it was an abandoned sister location concept? Interesting. Seal vent. Okay, so this one's easy. In FNaF 3, there was originally going to be a seal vent button instead of double clicking the vent to seal it in the game. And it was changed for one reason or another. Maybe there was some kind of bug with it or something, but you can still find the seal vent button in the game files. Freedom! I love talking about this because this is an old theory that so many fans of even joining like at FNaF 3 and onward won't know about. In Five Nights at Freddy's 2, when Withered Foxy jump scares you, the noise that he makes, some people played with the audio so much that they got him to say freedom. They thought he was saying the word freedom.
I'm gonna play both of them again right now. So here is the normal one. Now we hear the slow down version where he's saying freedom or something like that. You can interpret it the way you want, but it does sound close to that word.
And that tied into the old Foxy's secretly a good guy theory, which, given the fact that he's got an open mouth and is jumping towards you, I'm gonna say he probably isn't. But we had some wild theories back in the day, and Foxy's jump scare saying freedom was one of them. Rise of Frankenfreddy. Huh? I like a Curse of Dreadbear style thing. What on earth is that? Never before seen Alpha for the Rise of Frankenfreddy. Oh, okay. Interesting. So it was like a Curse of Dreadbear thing. I'll give myself a half point on that one for a really good guess. Mike Kill All. Ooh, okay. This is another good one. In the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 trailer, they're singing the London Bridge is Falling Down song, and if you reverse it, it sounds like they're saying Mike Kill All. I'll put a clip in here if I can find it. Withered Bonnie bow tie clip. Some exalts may be explicit. Oh god. So from what I read there, it sounds like his tie would clip into the model, possibly. That's another point to the iceberg. I'm not sure about that. Chica's Party World. Oh, okay, so in the game files, or not game files, in the source code of Scott's website leading up to the days of the sister location release, there was talk in the game files of this thing called Chica's Party World, as well as like Afton Robotics, which was a big deal because it just got revealed in the books that William Afton was Purple Guy, and he wasn't supposed to be making the robots, so that revealed that the fun times were made by him. But yeah, Chica's Party World was one of the things that was in there. It offered an explanation as to why Chica wasn't there. She was off at Chica's Party World. That just gets mentioned. Burnt Freddles. That's another point to the iceberg. Burnt Freddles. Fun fact, while I wait for my garbage internet to load this, the Freddles was actually a name that the fandom came up with, that Scott just picked up. Current files are unused characters. Oh, they're unused characters from the Help Wanted files. Okay. I don't know a lot about Help Wanted. That's why I probably don't know about that. Teases and anniversary images. That's pretty obvious. It's just about hidden things in the anniversary images. I don't know why it's that far down. If it's talking about a specific one, then maybe, I don't know, but... Summoning Nightmare Foxy. Okay, and this is when we get into stuff that is going to be... Oh boy. Summoning Nightmare Foxy. So apparently there was a hoax that you could summon Nightmare Foxy into the room by doing a thing in FNaF 4, which, like... It must not have been a very big hoax if I didn't hear about it, because, like, I followed pretty closely with almost everything FNaF related around that time. Pizzeria. I'm going to assume that that's referencing Scott misspelling something in, like, one of the newspaper ads, possibly. Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. Possibly? Not sure. Early Glitch Trap design. Well, I know who Glitch Trap is. Is there like an old beta design hidden in the game files or something? Weird. I don't know what's that... I don't know what that's talking about. Maybe early design for Glitch Trap. Possibly? I don't know. That one's so obscure that even Google can't answer it. Nightmare Brain. Ooh, okay. Nightmare's Brain. This is exciting. If you look at the Nightmare animatronic, I finally know one. You'll see that if you look inside of his head, there's a human brain inside of there. Now, don't ask me why there's a human brain inside of this animatronic, but there is. Along with, you can see, like, the rest of his endoskeleton-y parts there. He's actually a translucent black bear, and I don't know why he's got a brain, but he does, and that caused a bit of turmoil when people first saw that. Some of these images are impeccably terrifying. Help Wanted box art used fan art. Okay, so in the original Help Wanted box art, there was some legal trouble because the team who made the box art, which wasn't Scott himself, used a fan model of, I think it was Funtime Foxy, and instead of an actual bit of official art, and there was some legal trouble involving that. Slumber Fish Turtle. Listen, man, is this even Five Nights at Freddy's anymore? Slumber Fish Turtle FNaF. Oh, it's the removed FNaF World Turtle. Okay, I didn't know that. That's this is gonna get into some real interesting stuff. Five Nights at Freddy's: The Untold Story. I think, is that possibly a leaked name for the movie? I might be totally wrong about that one, but I can't be sure. Phantom Foxy glitch. Okay, I think this is talking about the fact that in Five Nights at Freddy's 3, when Phantom Foxy would show up, sometimes he would just stand there and not jump scare you. I think it actually happened in Markiplier's playthrough if you go and look. And it took him, like, flipping up and down the screen several times and moving around to get him to actually jump scare you. So I think that's what this is talking about. I'm not sure. Insanity ending on day 1. Another point to the Iceberg Man. I don't even know what kind of insanity it's talking about. Purple guy in Deltarune. Okay, I actually know this one. So in Deltarune, if you go and talk to Burger Pants, he's dressed up in a mascot costume at a pizzeria, and he'll talk about this purple fellow who he never liked, who works there. And, you know, they work at a pizzeria. There's this weird purple guy that he doesn't like. And supposedly he's all sorts of creepy and gives off weird vibes, and people were like, that's gotta be a Five Nights at Freddy's reference. Toby Fox has neither confirmed or denied that. Open box. In the game files for Five Nights at Freddy's 4, there's a sprite of the box being opened, but it ended up being scrapped because if you see the text that the box gives in the actual game where it doesn't open, it just says some things are best left forgotten for now. And Scott even later said on a Steam post that some things are best left forgotten forever, because the box was something that he didn't know if people would accept it that way. Alright, now we're down into Hanging Mangle. Crying Cupcake. I am not going to have a fun time with this one. I have no clue what the Crying Cupcake's about. FNaF. crying cupcake. Apparently, she goes, oh, it's talking about these. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, so in FNaF 3, in Chica's minigame, where you go around it actually looks more like Toy Chica, and you, like, feed cake to the children. You feed cupcakes to the running children, and then you can go into the secret area and feed cake to the crying child. Then you could go into this secret area and find a room with what appeared to be crying cupcakes. And that was, like, nobody could ever really figure out why that was there or what it meant. Okay, kind of knew that one. Grim Foxy Howl. I'm not even gonna try. I don't know what Grim Foxy is. Oh god. Dreadbear in hallway? Maybe at some point Dreadbear would appear in the hallway in FNaF VR, possibly? This is getting pretty obscure. FNaF 1 Scream Origin. Okay, well, the FNaF 1 Scream is actually a child screaming, if you speed it up. And it's just, and all of the sound effects are actually, like, the laughing is just children laughing slowed down, and the jump scare is just children screaming sped up, and Golden Freddy's jump scare is just children screaming slowed way down. Hanging Mangle. Okay, I don't actually know what this is, but I'm gonna go CSI on it based off of this image here. Oh god, hold on. Hanging Mangle. Alright, this looks to me like a FNaF World asset, given the design of it. So I'm going to assume that this is an image in the FNaF World game files that doesn't actually show up in the game. I'm going to assume that that's what that is. I hope that's what that is. Maybe I'm right. Distorted plushies. I don't know what that is. Even Google doesn't. That's pretty obscure. Scanning for glitches. Is that... Oh my god, this is just the section of failure. What the hell? Scanning for glitches FNaF VR. You know the scanning for glitches thing? Oh, so apparently it's an Easter egg in FNaF VR Halloween DLC, The Curse of Dreadbear? Interesting. Missing Kid in Stage 01. Okay, so this is actually something I know, finally. In the FNaF 3 minigame Stage 01, when you jump up on the top of the stage, you actually go into what appears to be a different room that only has 2 crying children. I guess they're not crying. They only has 2 children looking at the stage, versus where you start, where there's 3 children looking at the stage, implying that one child went missing in between that, and that those are actually separate times. Plushie prototypes of plushies. That's pretty self-explanatory. Trick or treat BB jump scare. I think this is a FNaF VR thing, or maybe it's special delivery or something. Clock chime. Player puts a mask on night roll with AAA Fazbear. So this is a fan-made thing then? Oh no, look, Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh no, VR Help Wanted. Oh okay, so it is a Help Wanted thing. I was right. Scott listens to Markiplier. Okay, so this is a crazy theory people had back in the day. Markiplier had said something. I think they're talking about the fact that Markiplier referred to Bonnie as Bon Bon for a long time in the first FNaF 1 through 3. And then Sister Location came out, and there was an animatronic called Bon Bon, and people were like, "Look, Scott listened to Markiplier, guys." He probably didn't. Using the mask and the flashlight at the same time. Yeah, okay, so that's also pretty self-explanatory. I think I was actually able to do this. I don't know if you can do it on a computer, but I remember doing it on the FNaF 2 mobile version, the full version, where you could actually put the mask on and use the flashlight at the same time with some careful timing and tapping. I don't know why that's this far down, given how self-explanatory it is and the fact that I have personal experience with it, but this wasn't made for me, so... Okay. Last section. Here we go. Impossible good ending in FNaF 3 on Nintendo Switch. So, I actually don't remember hearing about this, but I'm going to assume that it just means that you can... I'm going to assume that it just means that you can't get the good ending for FNaF 3 on the Nintendo Switch for some reason. Not sure why that would be, but Golden Freddy on night 2 of FNaF 2. So I mentioned this was a bug back in the FNaF 2 days where Golden Freddy would show up on night 2. Golden Freddy isn't supposed to start showing up until night 6. He doesn't start showing up. But I guess at some point he could show up on night 2. I'm not sure if that's specific to a version, but interesting. Numbers Easter egg. There's a lot of numbers going on in this. I'm going to assume that this is referring to the fact that in sister location, if you type 1983 into the number pad while fighting Ennard, on the cameras it will show blurry footage of the FNaF 4 house. 1578. I'm not certain about that one. William reincarnation of an ancient demon from 1578. What's the 1578 and all of the baby saying 1578 throughout the entire game. Okay, so apparently the numbers 1578 were mentioned a lot in sister location? I didn't know that. 1993 Aurora shooting. Okay, so this is kind of somber. MatPat's first ever Five Nights at Freddy's theory was relating it to a real-life event in 1993, a shooting in Aurora that took place at a Chuck E. Cheese's, where somebody came into the building, a former employee, and shot and killed all but one of the people there, and the one person who did survive, but like played dead so that they wouldn't get killed, testified against them in court. And there's a lot of really creepy parallels that line up perfectly with the Five Nights at Freddy's 1 game and this Aurora shooting in 1993. And Five Nights at Freddy's 1, as far as we can tell, actually takes place in 1993 because of minimum wage math and other related facts and that kind of stuff. And yeah, so that's a bit of an interesting one. Of course, that was like the first game theory, Five Nights at Freddy's theory, so those of us that have been around for a while are probably familiar with that one, but it's kind of sad. Orange Springtrap Mystery Mini. Orange Springtrap Mystery Mini. I guess there was an orange version of this Mystery Mini thing? Huh. I didn't even know the Mystery Minis were, honestly. Sister Location trailer 2. Okay, so before Sister Location came out, Scott Cawthon released one trailer, and then he said that there was going to be a second trailer, but that trailer never actually happened, and there was a bunch of like fake ones made and a bunch of false rumors about it, but it never actually got released. So, don't know why that's at the bottom. Last FNaF 1 trailer, also self-explanatory. There was another Five Nights at Freddy's 1 trailer that is lost to history, and we can't find it. All we have is the other FNaF 1 trailer, which I'm sure you've all seen with Bonnie running down the hallway and such. Unused section of Happiest Day. In the map layout for the Happiest Day minigame, there's actually a section that you can't go into while playing the game that's hidden in the game files in FNaF 3. It's a bit creepy. Jason, like, from Halloween? I don't know what that's talking about, I'm sorry. German Funtime Freddy. The voice actor for Funtime Freddy is actually German, and originally Funtime Freddy was going to have like a big German accent, but he was told not to. I know that. Iced Cave. Like the Geometry Dash challenge, Iced Cave. This is probably a FNaF AR thing. Oh! Ice Cave is an unused FNaF world area. Okay, so that's actually something I didn't know. Chica's Missing Eyes. Okay, so Chica's Missing Eyes in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, when Chica loses her beak, I believe there's an image of this up, yeah, right here. When Chica loses her beak, she also loses her eyes, and there's some theories as to where the eyes went. Some people think they went to the cupcake, and that's why the cupcake has eyes. Some people don't think that. Some people think they found them somewhere else. But basically, there was lots of debates about just what happens to Toy Chica's eyes when in FNaF 2, like when she goes on the prowl, her beak goes missing, and so do her eyes. I don't know why it's this far down. Maybe it's because this is such a long ago thing that didn't even really matter. I'm not sure why it was debated about, but back in the day, we were desperate for anything Five Nights at Freddy's related, so it is the way it is, right? So yeah, and that, ladies and gentlemen, actually ends our journey through the Five Nights at Freddy's Iceberg. It lived up to its name pretty much, as it got more difficult as it went down. This section here with the hanging mangle was probably, these last 3 sections here, last 4 even, were truly quite difficult for me as a Five Nights at Freddy's fan. I never really followed FNaF VR that much and didn't do anything involving special delivery, so I guess I have a bit of an excuse there. But yeah, overall, I'd say I did pretty good on this for a first attempt. If you guys like this kind of content, then let me know, and I might make more of it in the future, whether it be with different kinds of commentary style stuff, theories, or maybe exploring icebergs for different games and that kind of stuff. But yeah, at the end of it all, I think the most interesting thing I talked about was argumentative standards, elevation, passive, and heights. That is something that I find is incredibly interesting. That and freedom. Those are 2 things that I think have been long forgotten about that I thought were really cool back in the day. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't seen the other parts and somehow got to this one, I'd recommend go watching them. If you have watched all 4 parts, thanks for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed the videos. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next one.